Hello my dear friends, I am back again with my new video today. Today we are going to start a new chapter in botany, that is cell cycle and cell division. Okay, let's start with the chapter. So, growth and reproduction are the characteristic features of cells, indeed of all living organisms. मतलब सेल ग्रो करना और डिवाइड करना हर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म का बेसिक कैरेक्टर है. ठीक है. सेकेंड इज लाइफ स्टार्ट्स विद अ सिंगल सेल बट लेटर ऑन population of cell increases by the help of cell division. Okay, and the term mitosis was given by the scientist Fleming. Okay, now causes of mitosis. Why do cell divide? Okay, now there are reasons behind the cell division. Okay, now first reason we will discuss is karyoplasmic index or Kern plasma theory. Okay, according to Hertwig is a scientist. The cell divides to maintain nucleocytoplasmic ratio or karyoplasmic index when it is disturbed because of cell growth. Okay, and it is calculated by the help of volume of nucleus by volume of cytoplasm. Okay, let us see an example. For example, let us take the volume of nucleus 1 and cytoplasm 2. So karyoplasmic index will be volume of nucleus upon volume of cytoplasm. Okay, so it will be 1 upon 2, which is equal to 0.5. Now when the cell grows in size, the nucleus doesn't grow, only the cytoplasm increases. Okay, so let us suppose cytoplasm volume of cytoplasm becomes 4. Okay, and the volume of nucleus is 1. So now new volume ratio will be 1 upon 4, which will be equal to 0.25. Now see, karyoplasmic index has decreased, so now cell will divide. So now now it will form the ratio between nucleus and cytoplasm as 0.5 and 0.5. Okay, let us see in this case. See, now the nucleus volume is 1 and cytoplasm volume is 4, so it has divided it. So now after division, volume of nucleus remains 1 in both the case and cytoplasm becomes 2 in both the cases. So it becomes 0.5, 0.5. Now karyoplasmic index has been again maintained. Okay. Theory comes is surface volume ratio theory. Okay. Now according to surface volume ratio theory, cell divides to maintain surface volume ratio. Let us suppose a cell is of cube shaped. Okay, with sides 1, 1 and 1. So surface area will be 6a square. So 6 into 1 into 1, it will be 6. Similarly, volume will be 1 into 1 into 1, which will give us 1. In the similar way, volume will be 1 into 1 into 1, okay, which will give us 1. Now ratio will be 6 upon 1, surface area upon volume, which will be 6 upon 1, which will give us 6. Now when the cell increases its size, okay, now it becomes side 2, 2 and 2. Now surface area will increase as well as the volume. So now it will be 6 into 2 into 2, which will give us 24. Now volume will be 2 into 2 into 2, which will give us 8. Now ratio will be 24 upon 8, which will give us 3. Now see, in the first case it was 6. Now it has reduced to half. Now it is 3. Now it again grows in size. So now sides becomes 3, 3 and 3. Okay. Now surface area will be 6 into 3 square, which will be 54, and volume will be 3 cube, which is 27. Now ratio will be 54 upon 27, which will give us 2. See, in the first case it was 6, then reduced to 3 and then to 2. Now this ratio is constantly reducing. That is why cell divides to maintain the surface volume ratio. Okay. So these were basically the two theories because of which mitosis happens or the cell divides. Now next topic we are going to start is cell cycle. Cell cycle constitutes of two phases, M phase and interphase. Now what is M phase? M phase is basically the time period between two successive interphase, and similarly interphase is the time period between two successive M phase. Now one more important thing, In cell cycle, interphase takes up to 95% of the time period of cell cycle, and M phase takes up to 5% of the total time taken in the cell cycle. Okay, let us see the diagram. See, this is the cell when it grows. Okay, this growth period is basically known as interphase. Now, in this growth period, DNA replication takes place, then RNA, organelle synthesis, etc. takes place during the interphase. Interphase takes up to 95% of the time. Now, at the time of cell division, okay, means during the cell division, it is known as the M phase. M phase takes up to 5%, and this whole one interphase and M phase is known as cell cycle. Now, see, this cell after growth will divide itself and form two daughter cells. Now similarly, now this cell will grow, so growth time is interphase. Now after growth, it will again divide into two, then that is the M phase. Okay, now one interphase and one M phase together forms a cell cycle. Okay, one important thing, the time duration of the cell cycle is different in different organisms. Okay, and also it may be different for different cells inside a body, inside the body of same organism. For example, as humans, one cell may take 24 hours and one cell may take more time than it. Okay, so let us see three examples, one of human, one of yeast, and one of E. coli bacteria. Okay, now first is humans. Total time duration of cell cycle is 24 hours. Okay, now interphase takes up to 23 hours and M phase takes up to 1 hour in the cell cycle. Okay, next example is E. coli bacteria. E. coli bacteria. Okay, so total time duration is 20 minutes. It takes only 20 minutes to divide. Okay, so to complete the total M cycle, to complete the total cell cycle. So interphase takes up to 19 minutes and M phase takes up to 1 minute. Now third example that comes is yeast. Complete cycle, cell cycle of yeast takes about 90 minutes. Now in that, interphase takes up to 85.5 minutes and M phase takes up to 4.5 minutes. Now let us discuss about detail in interphase. Interphase are further categorized into three stages. First is G1 stage, then S stage, and then G2 stage. So first is G1, then S, then G2. Okay. Now one thing you must keep in mind that N, small n here represents set of chromosomes, number of set of chromosomes, and small c here represents DNA content. Okay. Growth is continuous in the. Now let us discuss about detail in interphase. Interphase are further categorized into three stages. First is G1 stage, then S stage, and then G2 stage. So first is G1, then S, then G2. Okay. Now one thing you must keep in mind that N, small n here represents set of chromosomes, number of set of chromosomes, and small c here represents DNA content. Okay. Growth is continuous in the interphase. Okay. But DNA replication only takes place in the S phase of the interphase. Okay. Yeah, it's little bit confusing. I'll elaborate it. First phase is G1 phase. Okay. Now it is also known as growth phase 1 or gap phase 1 or pre-S phase or post-M phase or pre-DNA replicating phase. Okay. So these are basically simple concepts. Okay. देखिए pre-S phase, S phase के पहले होने वाला है, इसीलिए pre-S phase. S phase को DNA replicating phase भी बोलते हैं. इसको हम लोग आगे पढ़ेंगे. तो इसीलिए इसको प्री डीएनए रेप्लिकेटिंग फेज बोल सकते हैं. ठीक है, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन से एक स्टेज पहले तो प्री डीएनए रेप्लिकेटिंग फेज. ठीक है, उसी तरह से पोस्ट एम फेज, सेल डिवीजन होता है उसके बाद फिर से सेल साइकिल स्टार्ट होता है तो पोस्ट एम फेज इसीलिए. ठीक है, नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट हैपेंस इन द G1 phase. Cytoplasmic area increases. Okay, size of the cell increases in this case. Now also number of cell organelles also increases. Okay, like mitochondria increases, endoplasmic reticulum, and different types of things, lysosomes etc. increases. Now there is synthesis of RNA also. Also proteins are also synthesized in this stage. Now see, proteins are synthesized. Proteins are nothing but enzymes only. Okay, types of enzymes. So enzymes are also synthesized in this case. Now one important point, maximum growth takes place in the G1 phase. Okay, now condition here is 2n by 2c. 2n basically, n represents number of set of chromosomes, so 2 set of chromosomes and 2 DNA content. Okay, now second phase in the interphase comes is S phase. S phase is also known as DNA replicating phase or synthesis phase or pre-G2 phase. or post G1 phase. Post G1 because it is happening after G1. Okay, pre G2 it is happening before G2. Okay, synthesis phase because now here DNA is being synthesized. Okay, now let us see what are happening in this case. First is DNA replication. Okay, DNA is being replicated or synthesized. RNA synthesis also takes place. Okay, centriole. We have studied about the centriole. Centriole synthesis, or can say centriole duplication, also takes place in the cytoplasm. Histone protein synthesis. Histone protein is basically used for binding the chromosome, or can say the DNA content around it. Okay, you can see about it in detail in the Cell, the Unit of Life. Okay, about the nucleus, in which I have explained. Now here condition is 2n by 4c. 2 set of number of chromosomes and 4 DNA content. Okay, here see in G1 phase there is single stranded linear DNA, and also in G2 phase there is single stranded linear DNA. Okay, but in case of G1 phase there is one chromatid, but in case of S phase there are two chromatids. Now third phase in the cells in the interphase comes is G2 phase. G2 phase is also known as gap phase 2, growth phase 2, or even pre-M phase or post S phase. Pre-M phase because now after the G2 phase cell division will take place. Okay, now here RNA is synthesized as well as the protein. Protein here helps in the attachment of spindle fibers, which further helps in the attachment of chromosomes. Okay, now here also condition is 2n upon 4c. Okay, so 2 set of number of chromosomes and 4 DNA content. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. First phase